Ladies and gentlemen, Bannockneen the Philiporic of Galer. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you all. This is the Embassy of Ireland's Cultural Connections concert. For those of you who have joined us today here at the Yared School of Music in the Ashanafi Kaveda Centre, you are most welcome. We're delighted to have you. For those of you who are watching or listening on Sheger FM across Ethiopia, we say salam. And for those of you who are listening back on RTE Lyric FM back home in Ireland, we say Jeev. My name is Stephen. I'm going to be your MC for this evening. Let's begin this evening by giving a warm Irish and Ethiopian welcome to our musicians from the University of Limerick's Irish World Academy of Music and Dance and Addis Ababa's Yared School of Music. Please welcome to the stage Dr. Niall Keegan, Roisin King, Eva Kettle, Emily Greeny, Ephraim Mulligata, Jordanos Johannes, Natalia Abraham, Tesfai Vergea, and Abby Simeon. A fearful trove to you all. We're going to begin the proceedings this evening with the performance of national anthems. For our rendition of the Ethiopian and African Union national anthems, please also join me in welcome to the stage Miss Eden Abacher.
Let us all unite and sing. together. To upon the bond that frame our destiny, let us dedicate ourselves to fight together for lasting peace and justice on the earth. All sons and daughters of Africa, flesh of the sun and flesh of the sky, let us make Africa the tree of life.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll ask you now to remain standing for the Irish national anthem, and for that I wish to invite forward Miss Roisin King. Inis sé gine úsle chun an ceolcarm seo a thosaí geart, ba bhaitlam cura a thabhairt don Ambassador na hÉireann a thuaireacht Olivia Leslie teachtar an stáitse sa. To officially inaugurate proceedings this evening, I wish to call upon the Ambassador of Ireland, Her Excellency Olivia Leslie, to come to the stage for her opening remarks.
Thank you, Stephen, and please be seated. Excellencies, colleagues, partners, friends, and members of the Irish community here in Ethiopia, all protocols observed. Welcome to the Yared School of Music and a very happy St. Patrick's Day to you all. Thank you for joining us to mark our National Day. I want to begin by expressing the condolences of the government and people of Ireland on the loss of life in the landslides in South Ethiopia regional state over this last week. Our thoughts are with the victims, their families, and the emergency responders who have worked so hard to reach those impacted. Sheger, may those who passed rest in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, on St. Patrick's Day, Irish people pause to connect with our heritage and culture and with the 70 million people of Irish descent around the world. It is a moment to be joyful, to be optimistic, and to celebrate our connections and partnerships beyond our shores. I am proud of the deep ties that Ireland has in Ethiopia. Our work with our partners in government and beyond in development and in emergency response is complemented by our connections in health, agribusiness, research, trade, and investment. Each year, our connections are growing and bringing meaningful benefit for people in Ireland and in Ethiopia. We are proud also to contribute to the European Union's broad and sustained presence here and across the Horn of Africa. A few weeks ago, I had the pleasure of hosting our Minister for International Development and Diaspora here in Addis and in Somali region. During his visit, he made clear that Ireland is committed to investing in our relationship, to maintaining a strong development profile, but also to enhancing our economic relationship and deepening our avenues of cooperation. I am very pleased that we are joined this evening by partners working to achieve that ambition. Thank you for all that you do. During his visit, the minister also launched an exhibition of paintings by young female Ethiopian artists to mark St. Bridget's Day. The exhibition, A Season of Hope, is available to view in the lobby this evening. And I am really delighted that tonight we are celebrating another cultural connection between our two countries. In a few short minutes, we will hear music from talented musicians from the Irish World Academy of Music and Dance at the University of Limerick and from the Yared School of Music here at Addis Ababa University. Both organizations have been working together and delivering joint programming for more than a decade. Tonight, they have curated a selection of music to be played on the Irish harp and the Ethiopian bagena and on other traditional instruments. You will hear melodies from Ireland and from Ethiopia. I want to thank Professor Niall Keegan from the University of Limerick and Professor Yoshimnishtai from the Yared School of Music, as well as musicians Roisin, Emily, Ava, Eden, Abby, Ephraim, Jordanis, and Nathaniel. Thank you for building another bridge between Ireland and Ethiopia. Tonight we are greening the Yared building in tribute to your musical partnership. I also want to thank my own embassy team for making this event possible and our sponsors JSK Travel for their support tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, music allows us time to reflect. These are heavy days in many parts of the world. Across the Horn of Africa, in the Sahel, in the wider Middle East, and in Ukraine, ordinary people are paying an unacceptable price year after year. This evening, I want to express our solidarity with them and to reiterate Ireland's promise for our external engagement, that we will continue to prioritise human rights and the primacy of international law, that we will work to strengthen the multilateral system to the benefit of all, including by continued partnership with the African Union and IGAD here in Addis and beyond, that we will particularly look to protect the rights of women and girls, and that we will uphold our commitment to leave no one behind in ending global poverty. Friends, music reminds us that we have more in common than we might think, that connections can go beyond the words we speak to each other or the actions that we take. No translation is required, and it is in that spirit that I am delighted to present this Irish-Ethiopian collaboration. I hope that you will enjoy the performance, and I look forward to talking to you afterwards at our reception downstairs. Lo Fela Podrick Sanaji of Galer, Amaseganalo, thank you.
So our first act this evening is an intertwining selection of sets from our performers from Ethiopia and Ireland. The genesis of this project was the cultural similitudes between the Irish harp and Ethiopian bagena, two both regal and revered instruments in our respective home countries. You will hear them both now. Along with accompanying instruments, the Irish fiddle, the Ethiopian karar, masinko, and drums.
ሳልተዋወቀው የሚሆነውን ሁሉ በገና የሚያውቀው ድጓ ጾመ ድጓ ተሰቅሎ ከቤቴ አለመታደሌ ሳልማር መቅረቴ ድጓ ጾመ ድጓ ያልተማረ የለም ዋነው መጨረሻው የዚህ ሁሉ ቀለም ዳዊት በበገና እዝራ በመሰንቆ እያጫወቷት ሳታውቀው አለፈች ያንን ጻረ ሞት እኔስ ድሃ መስሎኝ ተራቅቶ ባየው ለካስ ጌታ ኖሯል የተሰቀለው አባታችን በሰማያት ላይ ያለህ ተለይቶ ይመስገን ክቡር ስምህ መንግስትህም የምንፈልጋት ከጥንቱ በልጅነት ትምጣ ትሰጠን አቤቱ ፈቃድህም ይህ እንዲደረግ ይሁን በሰማይ ሞተን ተነስተን ከድህን እንድንኖር ምስጋና ምግብ ሆኖን ዛሬም በምድር በስጋ ሕይወት ሳለን ምግባችንን በየዕለቱ አውቀ ስጠን ይቅር በለን የበደልንህም ቢኖር ወንድማችን የበደለልን ነገር እንዳቅማችን እኛም እንድንል ይቅር ከገሃነብ ከክፉ ሁሉ መዓት አትጣለን አድነን እንጂ ከሞት ይህችን መንግሥት የማያገኛት ህልፈት ጌትነትም ከሃሊነትም ክብርም ናቸውና ያንተ ገንዘቦች ሁሉም ለዓለም ወለዓለም ዓለም አሜን።
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before we move on to the final act of this performance and thereafter go downstairs for a lovely reception courtesy of our friends at the Sheraton Hotel, the Embassy of Ireland would like to send one lucky person to the Seychelles. So let me quickly call on stage a representative from our sponsors for this evening, JSK Travel.
Your Excellency, the Ambassador of Ireland to Ethiopia, Honorable Ambassadors, all protocols observed, good evening, and wish you a happy St. Peter's Day. So my name is Brooke. I am the country manager of JSK Travels in Addis. Our company, JSK Travels, is a franchise of Satguru travels and tourism company, which is based in Dubai. It's a big TMC, based in Dubai, and having a representation close to 90 countries and having 140 own offices globally. And Satguru Group is represented in Ethiopia by JSK Travels. We are a franchise of Satguru Travels. So tonight we are very much happy and delighted to sponsor one round trip ticket to Mombasa. Okay. Okay, because he's telling me we should put it to Seychelles, and we do it to Seychelles. Thank you very much. So our office is located around Atlas Traffic Light, Landmark Plaza, second floor. For any of your travel requirements, you can contact us. Our contact is indicated on the flyers circulated around. So we are very much happy to serve you. And once again, happy St. Peter's Day, and wish you a good luck for the raffle ticket. Thank you very much. So we noticed only few people are registered for the raffle tickets, and my colleagues will go around quickly and they can distribute the raffle tickets, and at the end of the day, after this event, it will be drawn. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and be it Mombasa or the Seychelles, I hope you have a good time. Our final act for this evening is a collaborative performance from all of our performers beside me. Let's end the evening with a mashup of the very best that Ireland and Ethiopia has to offer in the performing arts.
Okay, my name is Niall Keegan. I've been introduced a couple of times now as Dr. Niall Keegan. I don't like that. Niall will do. And my job is to talk about the exchange that we have with Yared, between Yared School of Music and the Irish World Academy and the University of Limerick, only to cover up while the Ethiopians tune. Okay, so I'm going to keep talking nonsense until they give me the nod and say everything is okay. But no, I've been coming to Yared now for nigh on 10 years. Myself and a couple of colleagues were invited to a conference, and we liked it so much. The coffee was great, and we decided we'd keep coming. So we've been here, and we've been working on the master's program here. I've been teaching all week. We've had rehearsals. We've had rehearsals in the afternoon for this. But at 9 o'clock in the morning every day, I had to go and teach ethnomusicological theory and anthropological theory and linguistic theory and lots of other theory that people didn't really want between 9 and 1 o'clock. So we had a very, very full week. We do enjoy coming here. It's such a great opportunity to come here to perform with these wonderful musicians and also to work with in a more academic framework too. Are we okay? That's great then, so I'll shut up.
We've come to our final set. Before we finish up, I'd just like to say a huge thank you on behalf of me, Emily, Roisin and Niall. We came here on Saturday and we've had an absolute blast. And it's such an opportunity to be here, especially playing the Irish harp. It just feels so surreal. But it's been amazing. So we want to thank the Irish Embassy for having us, and Stephen, of course, for looking after us and making sure that we're fed and watered since Saturday. And also, thanks so much for the Yared School of Music for having us. It's been so nice to collaborate, and definitely enjoyable and memorable experience all around. But yeah, so we're going to finish off on 2 tunes. The first one is a Planksty called Eleanor Plunkett, and then we're going to go into a reel called the Galway Rambler. Thank you so much for having us.
Well done.